Hello world and welcome to 8-Bit Vacations. Today we are in Florida for this little medallion right under there. Halloween Horror Nights. It's 2022. We're gonna have a blast. I can't take you into the houses, but we are gonna be able to walk around, check out the scare zones, the food, and we might go to the tribute store as well. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, but let's go in here and have a blast. I am so excited. I love HHN, so I am just so ready for it. It's not time yet for HHN, but I do have an annual pass, so I'm going to be able to get in there for a little bit before it opens. And then I'm also going to be able to do Stay and Scream, and I think I'm going to head to the zone for Stay and Scream that deals with Halloween there. Halloween is my favorite horror franchise, even though I was not a fan of Halloween Ends, and that is usually the longest line, so that's what I'm going to plan on doing. We might go to the tribute store first, though, knock that out of the way. Let's go ahead and scan that old pass and get in there. You can see some of the scare zones in there already set up. They leave them up throughout the whole entire day, even during like non-HHN hours. But right here's where we're gonna get checked in. Let's go do that. All right, we made it in, and right here is where the Pumpkin Lord will be. Right there's a little scare zone with the pumpkins there. Little Boo was a pumpkin from last year, and it's supposedly hanging from the roof, so I wanna go check that out. Here he is. There's Little Boo right there in the middle. Now, Little Boo is just like a decoration out in front of a scare maze from last year called Wicked Growth. And somebody thought it was cute, mentioned that they liked the pumpkin, and it was history from there. He got really popular, so they brought him back this year. I've walked through a couple of scare zones, and as mentioned before, HHN has not started yet. And it's not dark yet, obviously, so I don't want to go through the scare zones and record it until it's dark, because it's much better when it's dark outside. Right now I'm going to head over and ride E.T., try to get a few rides in before HHN starts. And right next to SpongeBob SquarePants is my favorite ride, E.T. Adventure. It's a 45-minute wait right now in regular standby. Usually I have Express because my annual passes turn into Express passes after 4. And it is not after 4, so if I want to do this, I have to wait the 45 minutes. You know what? Let's do it anyways. I'm going to wait the 45 minutes.
See, normally we say pop your car.
And 3, cut them off.
Was right with us.
Alright, that's it for E.T. I had a blast there. It definitely was not a 45-minute wait. I think I waited maybe 20-25 minutes. The new scents were pretty good. They were a little bit stronger, but not overpowering. They get approval from me, like that really matters anything. I was headed over to the tribute store, and it looks like the Beat Builders are setting up, so let's listen to them.
So excited to get started our construction project.
Yeah, me too, but I don't know, man. Do you think we can keep it a secret this time?
Yeah, I think so, man. We're really not that visible.
Yeah, we're not busy. Hey, Sean.
Let's do this. Okay. That's nice.
Now, I think going into the tribute store now is a good idea because it is opened up during non-HHN hours. So I don't have to spend time during HHN shopping in here. I can go ahead and knock it out of the way. And if you don't come to Universal that much and don't know what a tribute store is, it's just a store that is highly themed and very decorated. And they change the decorations up for each season. So right now it's Halloween, so we're gonna get a Halloween themed store later on. It'll be a Christmas themed store, and they even do it for rides. They They like Back to the Future and everything in there as well too. This year's tribute store is Halloween themed, but they made it like an old ride. See, there's like a sticker on the floor that represents the ride tracks. That was actually the facade for, I think, last year's tribute store. Oh, look at that. Pumpkins up here. That is so cool. Now see, there's little Boo. We found him outside in that canopy with all the pumpkins. He's kind of a big deal this year. Now we're headed into the Hollow Hills Cemetery, following the tracks here for our dark ride. That is so sick. See how it's like a B-movie ride? Kind of cheesy, but still really cool. I love this year's tribute house. Tribute store. Why did I say house? Here's the next room. I love those Frankenstein popcorn buckets, but they just kind of get in the way. We're running out of places to put stuff like that. Look at that foot spinning around in the cauldron. So I guess this is the witch's room. Oh, there's the creature. Sorry. Haunted Hollow Hills. I love this. It's so cool. Skeleton in here on the ladder. There's another one way up there. It is just so highly themed for a store. It looks like a ride or a house or something, a haunted house. Oh look, 1408. I really like this button-up shirt right here, but it is $70. It's really cool that they have these cell phone cases as well. This is the shirt that I wanted. You can't really see it that well. It's got a skeleton on it. But they're like 3D effects, so it looks like it's kind of 3D. I don't know if that's showing up on camera or not. Really cool cases, $35. Let's go see what they have over here. Looks like it was just cash registers in that room here, but I really like leaving right here because they do something special in this room usually. Last house that this was, they dropped a little bit of hints as to what this was going to turn into. Really like these shirts too. Like, look at that one right there. Carve out some pumpkin fun. It's so cheesy. I was turned into a frog at the Witch's Village Cottage. Reading is hard. And that's it for 2022's HHN Tribute Store. I love going in there. Doing a little store like that is super cool. It's something different. You don't normally see stores that detailed. So they do a good job with it every year. And we've made it to our stand screen here at Central Park. I'm going to use the stand screen to bypass the line for Legends. I think it's called Universal Legends Collab. Scratch that. I am in line for the Weekends house here because it's supposed to be a bigger line. And if I'm going to use Stay and Scream and skip the line, I want to do it with the one with the biggest line. You know? Because, I mean, that just makes more sense. You get a better value that way. Just to be clear, I don't really get to skip a line, but I do get a head start on a line. So I think the Weekend is going to be the biggest one, so it makes sense to get a head start on that one before the park opens up.
No running, absolutely no running, no pushing, no shoving.
Gates are down. HHN has officially begun, and we're going to head on over to the Weekend's house. The Weekend has his own house. Hope I don't get blinded by the light.
Do not push, do not run.
Don't run. She sounds serious. Now, since I did Stay and Scream, I'm not going to burn up one of my express passes on this. You can use the express pass for each house once. So I might come back and do this one again using the express pass. Here's the front facade. We got The Weeknd up there. It looks like he's got a vinyl up there. That is so cool. I've heard this house was a lot of fun. It's definitely unique because there's not normally many houses based on music. So I'm excited for this one. Y'all, that was so much fun. There were tons of blinding lights, and I don't think I can feel my face now. No, I'm playing. But yeah, the music was cranking in there. The Weeknd was just playing all of his songs in that, and it was really scary. If you've seen his music videos, it felt like you were walking through some of those music videos. So much fun. I'll definitely have to come back here and use my Express and do it again before the night's over. As soon as I got out of the exit for The Weeknd, I jumped right in line for Legends Collide, Universal Monsters Legends Collide. So in this one, there are 3 Universal Monsters and they're fighting, and they pick a different one to win at the very end. So that's pretty interesting. It's kind of funny that this house is right behind the kids zone, right next to Curious George and stuff like that. But we're about to go in here and see Dracula, the Wolfman, and the Mummy. They're going to be fighting it out. We're going to have to figure out who wins at the end of this. Here's our facade. Let's go in here and figure out who the king is. Dracula won. He was standing at the end with the Wolfman's head in his hand, like drinking the blood out of the neck. Man, that was so cool, y'all. It's like you were in a pyramid walking through all the hieroglyphs and things like that. It's like you're in a movie. I'm telling you, they do a wonderful job with this stuff. Regular HHN has not started yet. I'm still here for Stay and Scream. So I'm trying to make it over to Dead Man's Pier, another house, before they open up the park to everyone. If I get to do that, that means I'll have skipped, or I'll have been able to go through 3 houses before the park even opens. Yep, we are backstage. If you see these right here, it says stage 24. All these buildings are numbered as stages. They used to film movies back here. Now they just hold Halloween Horror Nights houses. Correction, they also hold other things as well. One year they had for COVID year, they had the Christmas parade in here and let people walk through and look at the floats in that as well. So see this big building? That is where the house is that we just got out of. Dead Man's Pier, Dead Man's Wake, I'll look at it in a little bit. There are huge houses in there, like actual structures built that are like the size of real houses. A boat in there that's massive, a siren on the front of the boat, playing a violin. It was absolutely gorgeous. Dead Man's Pier, Winter Wake, that's the name of it. Now I'm gonna hit up Fiesta de Chupacabras. Now that was pretty fun. Now, probably my least favorite one, but it was still a lot of fun. So the story, from what I think it is there's chupacabras loose in this little town, and the townsfolk are jumping out at you with knives like they're trying to kill the chupacabras, and then you also obviously have chupacabras. It's a really nice one, but I think I had like one really good scare, and then it seemed like it kind of fizzled out. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Don't hate it, it's just not my favorite. Now, I'm currently walking through a scare zone right now, but I don't really want to show too much of that until it gets dark, because they get much cooler in the night. So right now, I think I'm going to go ahead and get me a snack and a drink, because I am really thirsty and hungry. I've stopped over here. I want to try this haunted horseshoe. I'm going to zoom in on it so you can see it. Heard it was pretty good. And here's the haunted horseshoe. Open face hamburger. Man, oh man. It is good. I accidentally took a bite of it before I videoed it. I actually really like it. I thought it was going to be a little too theme parky for me, like dry and stuff. It is not. The burger's really seasoned up well. The cheese is good. Fries are good. Everything's good. I like it. It's well worth the money for me, at least. I just took a bite of that bacon, and wow, was it spicy hot. My mouth is on fire. Now, I like hot stuff, but I'm just letting you all know in case you don't. Headed up to my next 2 houses. This is going to be the first time I use Express, and let me just tell you, I'm having so much fun right now. This is a blast. It stays until till like 2 o'clock at night, too. All right, I think I'm going to do Spirits of the Coven, and I'm going to use Express. Now, Spirits of the Coven, definitely not my favorite. It was the longest one. I felt like I was in there forever, and the scare actors were still good, so no problem with them. I just didn't understand the story. I felt like you start out, you're in some sort of speakeasy, and witches are running it. The next thing you know, you're in the cellar, and I don't know, I just didn't understand it. Maybe I'm missing something, though. But we are headed through our very first scare zone right now. What is that boom mic doing? Oh man, somebody's over there I don't know what they're doing. But we'll leave them alone. I don't like bothering people like that because that was a normal person. Scared me up to death because I was looking up. There's a scare actor over there. All right, here's one too. They're on stilts. Let's go check them out. Then we're gonna go see the Pumpkin Lord. Oh no, we're getting sprayed with water. What was that? That was awesome.
By grabbing vines and grow Halloween.
Up next is Hell Block Horror, and it's right next to my daughter's favorite ride, Despicable Me Minion Mayhem. 35-minute wait. I'm going to use my express pass, and then we're going to go through 2 more scare zones, and I get a video in there. I get a video in the scare zones, not Hell Block Horror. I always like going through queues like this that take you like under the roller coasters and then behind them, and you get to see all the studios and things. I feel like I'm special. I feel like I got that VIP pass. I really don't. I just have express, but it still makes me feel that way. You see that blue building in the middle of our screen? That used to be a Nickelodeon building, and they had a Nickelodeon show in there where they'd like splat you with slime and stuff. It was really cool. Now I think they use it for shows and things. I think, yeah, we went in this area for the Grinch show for Christmas, and we're going to be doing that again this year. So if you're interested in seeing what this place is like for Christmas, hit the subscribe button. See, we're at stage 21. Look how big it is in here. It's huge. See, look how big. They film things in here. They used to film movies and stuff. Now they have HHN houses. They store the Christmas floats in here. I've seen them video maybe a commercial or two. It's alright. I mean, I would rank it in about the same category as Spirits of the Coven, but it may be a little step higher because I could at least understand the story. It seemed like monsters and aliens were all in jail and they were busting out, and the guards were having a hard time containing them. And there was this one point where you walk down a hallway and they are just coming out left and right every door you pass. That was pretty cool. I like that part. Side note, can you tell that the park is getting a little bit more crowded? Oh my goodness. Yeah, the wait times are shooting up. I mean, you barely move in this place. If you can only make it to HHN one night out of this entire year, I don't see how you do it without using the Express Pass. So definitely consider buying that pass if you're only coming here for one day. Or one night, I guess. What do you say we hit up a few scare zones? Nettlewood Cemetery is first. Let's go in here and see what they have to offer. Whoa! That got me. I don't even think he knew that I was there. He still got me. Those ghillie suit pranks where they jump out at you are hilarious. And they, whoa. Oh wow, look at this. It's like a demon or something. Oh, that is sick. Oh, look. Oh, I didn't even notice that guy. That's good. This is a good scare zone. Look at that. The eyes are real up high. That's cool. This is the best scare zone so far, in my opinion. Oh, that is creepy. How'd you like to go into a cemetery and see that? Oh. Whoa. That is so cool. Whoa. I didn't know they did that. Well, there we go, Nettlewood Cemetery. That was pretty cool. I didn't have really high hopes for that one. Ended up being pretty good. Now let's go over down here to this one, down yonder. They always do this for HHN. It's supposed to say Males Drive-In, but they kick out the R and the V, so it says Males Die-In. Got some chainsaws out here. Oh, she looks scary. Here's another one too. We're headed into like an area that looks like a farm. And I think this one looks pretty good. It's a little short, but it looks good. They put a little bit of work into this one. Oh, there's another. All right, here's this scare zone. Got an old Plymouth truck out here. Let's see what's in the back of it. Ooh. This one is really cool. It's like a doll with a bunch of arms. I like that one a lot. I was coming over here to check out that show right where my finger's at. I didn't realize that Bugs Eaten Alive, the house, was right here, the haunted house. So I'm gonna go check the show times, and then I might come back and do the house. Right there's the show times. I'm gonna go in here and watch it. Hey, just so you know, this show is full of like fire and acrobatic stuff. It's a pretty good show. And I cannot record in here or take photos, but just trust me, it's a really good show. If you come here, you definitely want to see it. Well, the show was awesome. Like I said before, it's a bunch of people flying through the air, doing flips, and fire blowing out all over the place. And now I'm gonna try to head over here and do Descents of Destruction, I think it's the name of it, and then we're gonna go do Bugs Eaten Alive. There's Bugs Eaten Alive. I'm headed this way to Descendants of Destruction. I think I messed the name up earlier, but it's Descendants of Destruction. And supposedly you're going down into like a subway down under New York City. I don't really know much of the storyline else other than that, but I guess we're about to see. I'll tell you all about it when I'm done. Here's the front facade. Looks like we're going down into some avenue subway station. Can't see the number on there. Looks pretty creepy. Look up here, we got axes and things. Almost fell off the side.
My heart just came out my body.
I really did like that one. It's probably the best non-IP house here, in my opinion. It's missing something though. It needs something extra, like a big ender or something like that. But it was still really good. Kind of short too, but I liked it. So it says North 88th Avenue. Yeah, that was pretty fun. I did enjoy that. It's like you went way down deep in the subway, way down deep. And some of the people down there were a little bit different, let's just put it that way. Now we're headed to the bug house I was talking about earlier before the show. It's an 85-minute wait. And yes, it's about bugs. And after about a 12-mile hike through the queue line, we are at Bugs Eaten Alive. Let's get over here and have a better look at that front facade. Yes. Well, that was fun. That house was rumored to have real bugs in it, but it doesn't. However, they had like strings hanging from the ceiling a lot of the times, and it felt like stuff really was crawling on you. Kind of freaked me out a little bit because I do not like spiders, and some of those strings raked against me and felt like spider webs. But anyways, the story is there's like a company that is selling like this bug exterminator thing that fits into your wall almost like an air conditioning unit. And I don't think it has the right effects because the people had like big boils on their faces and some of them were turning into bugs and just bugs everywhere. It was pretty fun actually. I kind of liked that house. I didn't think it was too scary. It's just more kind of fun. We're about to see our last scare zone. And we've got one more scare house. And that would be the Michael Myers. Hey! What was that? So we've got a Michael Myers house coming up, and he is my favorite slasher. So I've been saving that for last, right before I go back to the hotel, and I'm pumped over it.
Forth the blood sacrifice. Now, wretched creature, your fate has already been determined. Power will grow. This unsoiled blood shall be our vitality. Our souls.
Y'all, I actually forgot about the scare zone over here. We walked through it earlier in the daytime, but look at the difference between daytime and nighttime. I'm telling you all, it takes on a whole different persona at night. So this scare zone is about a candy company that gives candy out to kids, and they turn homicidal. So they're messing with all the adults in a bad way. Look at that thing with the big head. Goodness, this is like a whole entire parade float over here. Oh wow, this is so like retro Halloween, and I love it. The retro Halloween vibe is super neat. Oh, there's two right there. Look at that mask. Love that mask. We got a witch up here, I think. Oh, it's another parade float. Whoa! Not even see that one coming up on me. Yeah, check out that parade float. That is so cool that they make stuff like that specifically for HHN for scare zones like this. I thought that was a photo op. Apparently they did too. And I don't think I want to get that photo anymore. We'll just move along. Act casual. He's got a baseball bat. There's a witch. Apparently they have a little show up here every now and then. Check this out. Oh, there's the guy, Mr. Sweetums. I can't remember his name. Major Sweets. That's what it is. He's the one that makes all the candy that I'm not gonna try. Oh man. This is so cool. Look, tractor dude had a little accident. Nobody's got insurance. There's the man with the plan, getting his candy out for everybody. Major Sweets candy van right there. Do not eat that candy unless you want to. Oh, hello. We'll go this way. Looks like they brought some tools with them. I think this was premeditated. Here we go, Halloween. Thank goodness this house right here was based on the original Halloween and not the new one. I was not a fan of the new one at all. The original one is my favorite though. Holy cow. Looks like we're headed into Jimmy Fallon's ride here for this scare house. The ride's almost scarier than the house. The ride is no bueno. There goes the Hogwarts Express. It's just recording, and I noticed my light was on. I hate it when people do that, so I don't know why my light was on. I always leave it off. But anyways, that was absolutely epic. Halloween was probably my favorite house so far. I mean, so far I've got one more house. I actually forgot about Blumhouse. But anyways, back to Halloween. It was so good. Tons and tons of Michaels based off John Carpenter's Halloween. I think it was perfect. That was really cool. I'm telling you, it was freaky. A lot of fun. All right, now we're headed to the Horrors of Blumhouse, and this has got 2 in 1. The first part is a movie from Blumhouse called Freaky that I've never seen. Then the second part is The Black Phone. And with that, I have done all of the houses and all of the scare zones in one night. There is absolutely no way I could do that could do that at all without Express. I'm telling you, Express really saved my butt this trip. Blumhouse was okay. The two houses were okay. I think I like the black phone better. I've not seen the movies. I'm just basing that opinion purely on the houses. Goodbye, Nettlewood Cemetery. Goodbye, Zombies and Ghosts. Goodbye, Universal Studios. And goodbye, Halloween Horror Nights. I'm gonna end the video here in this awfully lit area. Y'all, I had a blast. Halloween Horror Nights is like, I mean, it's an experience. It's not just houses, it's not just scare zones. The whole thing is an experience, from the food, the music, the smells. There's a lot of smells in the houses and things. It's just amazing what they do here, and I had a blast. I did everything Halloween Horror Nights had to offer that I could. All the houses, all the scare zones, the show, and all. Like I said, I'd have to have Express Pass to do that, so I am glad I purchased it. But now my feet are killing me, and I am ready to go back to the hotel, get some sleep, and catch a plane back to North Carolina. Thank you all for watching, and thanks for playing. Bye.